Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Gran Turismo 7 to take a look at the third and final brand new car added as part of update 1.34, which is this greening automotive company Maverick, which is essentially a modified car built for the SEMA show and winner of the Gran Turismo award. This update also including the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA Sprint Veloce and the R32 Nissan GTR Nismo. Videos on both of those already up on the channel if you want to see those after you've finished with today's video taking a closer look at the third car in the update, the greening auto company Maverick, one of the SEMA winners added here to Gran Turismo 7. It's available from Brand Central for 300,000 credits, which, given how expensive some cars are in Gran Turismo, I don't think's all that bad, although the Skyline was only 100,000 more than this and it's super rare, although this kind of is because it's a modified car. Generally, though, I prefer the non-modified cars here because we can kind of modify them and make them our own rather than pre-built stuff like this, but it is cool that Gran Turismo do these SEMA awards and add, well, lots of mad builds like this. But yeah, it is only 300,000 credits, so it wasn't too expensive to buy. It was only available in one colour, though, being a already modified car, so this is the car. You're not just buying a car, you're buying the car. Well, I say I prefer cars that we can modify ourselves, but the Skyline I looked at previously only reached 800 and something horsepower fully upgraded. This has 1,199 horsepower when you buy it, before you put any upgrades on it. I know that's not strictly true, it has been upgraded before you buy it because it's a modified car, but still, that is pretty impressive. It does, though, have a huge twin-turbocharged V8 to produce that much, and isn't exactly a small car, so it is pretty impressive the speeds this thing reaches. The Maverick itself essentially being a coupe version of the Ford Falcon, so it is a big thing, but this one is far from an ordinary one of those. With that engine and the sheer size of this thing, it does rather unsurprisingly weigh over 1,600 kilos, but in the information it said it had been clocked doing 202 miles per hour at some point, so which is why I've brought it here, where it actually reaches 253 on the flat and 265 on the downhill, although I did actually see 256, sorry, coming off one of the banked corners. Somehow that gave it more momentum or something. So yes, it is insanely powerful and fast, but quite heavy, so it's a typical American modified car, really, isn't it? Kind of your ultimate muscle car. So unfortunately, being a pre-modified car, there's not a lot of modifying we can do to said modified car. There's no wide body, there's no engine swaps, which means out of the 3 new cars that have come along with the engine swappable update, I've not swapped engines into any of them. I've also not wide-bodied any of them, which is a bit of a shame, but means we can enjoy them as they were intended. There's not even really any custom parts. There is a wingless and custom wing set option, but why would I do that? You can change the light color as well, but I'd probably put super cool on this, which it already seems to have. And you can change the number plate, but I kind of like the Mississippi antique car plate that it's got. That's kind of something slightly different. So that means all we have left to do is to look at the livery editor and then go and see what performance upgrades are available, which I'm guessing there won't be many of. So then, let's have a quick flick through the Ford colours, although I kind of like how it was, but the ruby red tinted clear coat metallic always looks super good. Not sure about a flat colour. I think something that's kind of metallic works quite well on a modified car. Liquid red is also fantastic, I've used that before. Triple yellow and tangerine scream both look like quite flat colours, same with competition orange and grabber lime, although that is an incredibly cool colour. Nitro blue is the Ford Focus colour, so I'm not sure that really works. It's very similar to grabber blue, it's actually slightly more metallic. And there's Ford Performance Blue and Deep Impact Blue, which always looks stunning. I'm actually really liking that, and given I've just painted a car red, we did that with the Skyline, and I've done yellow on the Alpha, I think a blue on the Ford Makes sense. And it's a Ford, it kind of should be blue. So, yes, as I suspected, well, none of the ultimate parts are available, so we won't be messing about with super high performance figures. Well, I mean, we've already got 1,000 horsepower, so that wouldn't really be necessary. We can do carbon ceramic brakes, I suppose. And I can go and change the colour of the calipers. Let's put better brakes and pads on anyway. But yeah, there's not really a lot else I want to do to this thing. Well, we could put on some better tyres. That's probably a good idea. But I don't really feel like we need to do suspension or anything like that. I mean, I haven't really tried taking it round any corners. There is a racing silencer, so we can put power up a bit. We could also put bigger turbos on. You know what? It's already mad. Let's make it madder. So let's do that. Put the fully customizable computer on. Let's see how much power we can actually get out of this thing. I mean, that's 1,400 already. So, let's see, can we get double what we got out of the Skyline? No, I think that's it. Anyway, I don't see what can possibly go wrong with 1,400 horsepower. So, as expected, now that it's got 1,400 horsepower and is quite such a high performance point rating, we can't get it into anything other than... maybe I should have put a better gearbox in. Other than races for racing cars, essentially. Group 1 prototypes and touring cars and such. But we're going to have to rethink this, because I was going to bring it here to see if we can improve on that top speed, but it was gear limited, not power limited. So let's go and fix that with a gearbox and some better ratios. Okay, better, because we've hit 240 something as we're only just going into 5th gear. But I think I might have gone too far the other way now. We'll see what it does on the downhill, then I might have to readjust it again. Here we go. It might hit 260. Yes. $263. I think we can do better than that, though. Okay, so the first time, theoretically, it was tuned to have a top speed of 400 kilometers, whatever that is in English. And then when I retuned it, it was theoretically going to reach 500 kilometers, whatever that is in English. So now I've put it at 450, bang in the middle, and I hope that that works. Because we basically weren't using all of 5th gear, so now hopefully... Yeah, we've hit 260 on the flat, so on the downhill it'll top out. I think maybe with some fine-tuning and some tiny tweaks you could get a little bit more out of it. Maybe put it slightly more towards speed again, but... yeah, because it's on the limiter now. We'll see if we get any more out of it on the downhill, but... yeah, I don't really want to keep tweaking it. It's impressive, as it is. We might get 270. Yes! Okay, I'm pleased with that. We've hit 270. 1. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's got 1,400 horsepower. But it does still weigh a fair bit. Actually, I should have put some weight reduction, if that was available. These wheels are interesting. Anyway. As ever, a nice variety of cars in the Gran Turismo update. A classic Italian car, a 90s Japanese car, and a, well, resto mod, basically. An American resto mod. So we've got all parts of the world covered, all eras covered, all tastes of car covered. I love it. And 3 new cars to play about with. Not to mention all of the other great stuff in the update video on... well, full video on the update as a whole went up a little while ago if you want to see some of the features they've added. But now though, for a look at the third and final brand new vehicle added as of this latest update. That is going to be all. Do go and check out videos on the Alfa Romeo and Skyline if you're interested in either of those after this one. But yeah, like I say, it's been a great update. Much more powerful turbochargers, engine swaps, 3 new cars covering all different tastes of car culture. Fantastic update, as we get often with Gran Turismo. So I look forward to seeing what cars get added next month. I'm also pleased to have actually bought them all this time and not missed some that were in legendary cars. They're all quite affordable and in quite easy to obtain places. Anyway, for a look at the third and final vehicle in this update, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next video very soon.